And sometimes I think that teams like this aren't as exciting to watch. But you know what? It's effective. Limiting your opponent's points goes a long way towards giving you the results you're looking for.
And you know, it seems players are starting to avoid those long twos early in the shot clock.
Yeah, and especially the elite scorers, you know, becoming much more conscious about their shot selection. Last season, the top 5 scorers were more efficient than at any time since the ABA-NBA merger almost 4 decades ago.
Drop that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
And here's George for 3. The Heat rebound. Bird kicks to George. And here's Jordan outside. That ball's nice feed that time from George. Jordan's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And stolen by Jordan. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got his 5th rebound in this one. Goes back up. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Perkins.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
And George kicks to Griffin. No good. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Man, I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Denver game turns out for sure.
And here is Durant. He's got 14. And that one's good. Durant's got 16 points.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And the Heat making a change here. Parker's checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Adams checked in. The Heat leading by 6. Parker kicks to Griffin. To the left wing. Heat moving the ball around. And there's the call on Anthony Morrow. That's his first foul. LeBron, he's checked in for the Heat.
First team foul.
And so here is Miami. James sets the screen for George. And Jordan has it in the corner. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jordan's got 5 points in the quarter. Thunder trailing by 8. Outside Jackson from deep. Morrow, and he gets the bucket.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
The shot by George, wide open. Misses off the right iron.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him.
Here's Durant. Good D by Jordan.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
And George, here we go. Here's the 3. Knocks it loose. Tries again. And it's George again missing.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
The Heat making a switch here. Bryant's checked in. LeBron passes to O'Neal. Dishes it to Jordan. O'Neal kicks to LeBron. To the left side wing. It's Parker outside. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Jackson up top, covered by Parker. It's Jackson with the drive. Pass to Morrow. The feed to Jackson. Jackson missing again. Here's Parker. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
I think they're going to be able to see pretty clearly on the replay that the shot left his hands in time, guys. The evidence is right there.
Yeah, and this is a big call, guys. I mean, they're going to take a very close look at it, even if it seems clear-cut at first glance.
And they're going to count it. They're overturning the original call after looking at the replay.
Yeah, good to see them get that one right. That's exactly why we have this rule in place. And I like it. Each basket is so important in these games that you've just got to make sure you get it right at the end of the quarters.
And it's time now to reveal our State Farm assist of the game. Today, Steve, it's a big man winning the honor.
And it was a no-brainer. This assist was really out of this world. I mean, he had a great understanding of the situation and where the ball had to go.
The Heat leading by 10. So for Oklahoma City right now, Morrow is the 2 with Durant the 3. Nick Collison out there with Perkins, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. And for the Thunder, they're shooting the ball at 42%. Out left to the wing. Here's Morrow. Outside for Durant. Here's Jackson. No good with the triple.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
Griffin's checked in for Jordan. Johnson kicks to LeBron. Here's Morrow, guarded by Porter, and he misses the fast break layup.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Heat.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
George is checked in for Bryant. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession.
20 seconds on the shot clock. 20.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Outside, George. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Durant's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Collison with a screen on Johnson. Stolen by George. And now here's George. The fast break opportunity. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Heat. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, he has to be frustrated by how his offense is flowing. And I can't blame him. You know, they're getting good looks out there, but the shots just aren't falling.
And that can get into a team's head if it goes unchecked, continuing to miss good shots. So this timeout might be a way to combat that.
Larry Bird's checked in for Miami. And then for Oklahoma City, Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Collison. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Napier in for Jackson. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Over the last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Scott Brooks said to his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Johnson dishes to Griffin. The three-pointer off the mark.
Surprisingly, he hasn't really been a big part of their offense. I don't think he ever got into a rhythm.
And that one's good.
That is a terrific effort on the shot. He's giving up a lot of size, but still finds a way to score.
I don't think that affected him in the least, though, Steve. I mean, he made it look like he was the bigger guy.
Oh, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all.
That's good.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Thunder trailing by 9. Left side Durant. The pass to Lamb. Here's Napier. A three-pointer is right on target.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Yeah, he is none too pleased with the play of his club out there, and looks like they need a little time to get things sorted out here.
I don't know of any coaches that would be too happy if they just saw their team give up a run like this one.
George. Out to Bird. And George, here we go. Pass to Bird, beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists in the game. Thunder trailing by 9. Stolen by George. That's good. George has got 9 points now in just the second half.
You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy.
Griffin, no one around him. Offensive rebound. O'Neal inside, covered by Perkins. A second chance effort, and Shaq puts it in. O'Neal's got the lead up to 13 now for the Heat.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Lamb, good.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
George passes to Johnson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Stolen by Bird. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And Magic Johnson with the slam.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 12. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Heat making a switch here. Jordan's checked in, and then for Oklahoma City, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Hashim Thabit. Morrow comes in for Jeremy Lamb, and Reggie Jackson subbed in for Napier. Durant, no good.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
George against Durant. And that one's on target from the wing. And that's now 30 points here for George.
An example right there, guys, of how even as their lead grew into a big one, they never started coasting.
That's the truth. I mean, they've been in charge of this game all the way through.
The finish. Oh!
Look out! Well, tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. An impressive win for the Heat.
Agreed, Steve. And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. Clark, I think that was a big part of their success.
I love the way they scored fast break points tonight here. It was a key factor in coming out on top.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And regaining their momentum against a team that had already beaten them once this year. This win makes it a 1-1 tie in their best-of-3 season series against the Thunder.
And what a huge standout performance it was for George. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him.
And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
Well, they're going to walk out here with a win and send this crowd home happy.
A very solid performance in a lot of areas for them.
Probably time to just say it, guys. This game is over.
I think you're right on target there.
And here are the Heat. They're on a 16-5 run here. Now the dish to Bird. And Durant sends it back. They retain possession. They shoot again. Good. And the Heat lead by 19.
Well, that puts the nail in the coffin.
A clinic in terms of how to play with the lead right there.
Here's Jackson. Feeds to Morrow. Stolen by O'Neal. Outside, George. Misses. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. And this one was